What's up, guys? Andy here, BC Built. I just wanted to make a quick video for you guys. I was just sitting around bored. My daughter's taking a nap, so I was just surfing YouTube. I always watch tattoo shit on YouTube when I'm bored. It's just kind of what I do. It's not the point. Anyways, I watched a video. It was a how-to tattoo video from someone I'm pretty sure is a scratcher. No offense to anybody. But he just said something that really irked me, really drove me nuts. Right in the beginning, saying that you don't have to bag your machines, that he doesn't see any sanitary gain from it, and all he did was half-ass bag the clip cord from here to here. He just cut a plastic bag, and so it only covered from here to here, and it was open, it wasn't even taped, saying that's all you need. And in reality, no, you're not forced to cover your machines. It's not a law, I don't think, in any state, and it's not a requirement. But what most people don't realize is when you're tattooing, and when this needle is running as fast as it is, it's actually making the skin vibrate like a trampoline up and down. And what that does, to a certain extent, is it kind of materializes all that blood that you have on your arm, the ink, the waters, and it basically not vaporizes it, but it shoots all that material into the air. And, it doesn't go too far, but when you're tattooing, all that blood vapor and all that shit is floating in the air around your machine, and it's going to get in all the fucking nooks and all the crannies. And then next time you go to grab your machine out of the box, you're going to touch your machine, then touch the client, and you're going to spread whatever bacteria is there. Or you're going to take your machine, because most people don't clean them before they put them back. They're going to take that dirty machine and they're going to throw it back in the drawer. So I'm not saying that you have to go out and buy specialty bags, even if you work at a shop. Don't make them order special bags. The bags I use real clip cord covers, the blue ones, just because they're easy to slide on. I'm at home, I obviously don't have any. But the bags I use to cover my machines are basically dollar store, Walmart brand plastic bags, the ones that are meant to be twist tied shut. Basically, what you do is you obviously cover it, and then I, twist it and bunch it up at the bottom, and I'll wrap it around the top of the tube, and then I tape it. You can see there. Just make sure there's no plastic in the way of any of the moving parts. Not like that, not restricting it. So, foot pedal doesn't want to work. It's the wireless one. And once you do that, I cut a little too big of a hole. I was in a hurry to make this video, but usually just cut a little hole. If you have an RCA jack or the clip cord, really which way you do it doesn't matter. I'll usually cut a little hole, as you can see, and then I put a rubber band around the back of it to hold the bag tight so it's not all over the place. You can cover as much as the machine securely, and you have an all tight fit. That's right. And this way, the only way that something's going to get in the machine is if you dip it in your ink cup or it goes back up the tube, which is a possibility. That's why you should still wash your machines, clean them anyways afterwards. At least spray them down and wipe them down with Maticide or whatever you use. Even fucking bleach or Clorox is better than nothing. Don't spray it directly on the electrical parts unless you're going to let it sit and dry first. But this is just a surefire way of not cross-contaminating. Now, you don't have to do this. There is ways around it by cleaning your machines every time. And I clean my machines every time, even though I bag them. But it's just, this is an extra safety precaution, because even, see, these are your ink cups. You dip in, most people set their machine down next to the ink cups. They don't set up an extra table to put their machines on. I don't. I'd have all my ink cups, my water's behind it, and then my, I don't use green soap during the tattoo. I just use purified water or distilled water. Never use tap water during a tattoo. You never know what's in it. You don't want to push it into the skin. But just not having a covered machine, from dipping in and out of the cleansing cup and the inks, you're going to have water and blood and whatever's mixed in that all over the paper towel or your area. And then most people just put the machine right down on it. It doesn't matter if it gets on the tube, if it's disposable tube, even if it's a metal tube, because you're autoclaving that. But even if the blood vapor is not getting your machine that way from the air, everybody puts their shit down next to the ink cup where there's water and the blood. And, when I rinse my machines, when I got to rinse the tubes, I don't rinse it out on the paper towel because I set up usually 2 or 3 layers of paper towels under the cups, over the plastic and the tin foil or aluminum foil, whatever it is. I'll tell you why I use aluminum foil in a minute. And then I run it in the cup, and then I hold it over. I hold it over the paper towel and just rip it out. That's really how I do it. Don't ever blow into the tube. I see plenty of people, you're blowing all your bacteria right into the tube. If you really got to get that shit out of there, use compressed air keyboard cleaner. That works great if you really need to, or just keep rinsing it in the water. A trick I learned is either add like a little 1 or 2 drops because I usually set up 3 rinse cups. Doesn't matter if I'm doing black or gray or color. It's just always nice to have a couple extras in case you muddy the fuck out of one. But I'll set up 2 just distilled water, and then 1 I'll either put a couple drops of alcohol, or I put a couple drops of green soap in there for an extra cleaning power if I really need to do it. Say if I was going from like a fucking black to a yellow or something, you really need to clean it. And another tip is the way I set up my table. I obviously don't have it here. I'm at work. Not at work. I'm at home. I'd actually cover the whole thing in blue barrier film, and then we put a layer of aluminum foil, because what most people don't realize is the HIV bacteria, the molecules, are actually small enough to pass back and forth between plastic wrap. Now, it's good if you put a couple layers. You're usually good. Even 1 layer, most of the time it won't pass through. But HIV is small enough that it can pass through plastic barriers, even this plastic wrap. Tin foil, it's not small enough to go through tin foil. So we put the plastic wrap down. This is how I was taught. And then we put the foil overwards. And then we put paper towels. Well, I don't use paper towels. We use blue dental bibs, but it doesn't matter. This is a Viva paper towel. You can use paper towels, dental bib. And the reason for putting that on top of all of it is to absorb all the spills, the ink spills, because you don't want that shit. You spill your whole rinse cup that's got all this bacteria in it. You spill it. You don't want it to run onto the floor. That's cross-contaminating. Or even drips. If you're dripping after you're rinsing it, you want it to be absorbed into the paper towel. It keeps it contained. So when you're done, basically you just take off the aluminum foil and the barrier film, and you just wrap everything over. You fold it all over, and we ball it up. I keep my gloves on when you do it, and then you throw it right in the waste disposal, which is technically medical waste, so don't put it in the regular trash can. Use Sharps containers, and medical waste companies will come pick your shit up. Even if you're a scratcher, don't just throw it in the trash, because that's fucking disgusting. So hopefully that helped. I'm going to go upstairs right now, and I'm going to actually make a full video on this for you guys, so I'm out.